Problems segment tonight, the fallout from the United Airlines incident. The controversy is putting United and the entire airline industry on its heels over passenger treatment. So how could this change the next time you fly? Joining us now to analyze, travel editor for CBS News, Peter Greenberg. First, Peter, it's got to be a nice job title. I doubt people do not pull you off a plane.
Actually, they tried.
Really?
Of course, because that's where stories get done, like what we just saw in Chicago.
Right. What are a person's rights when they're on that plane?
Well, you have rights before you get on the plane
Yes.
and rights when you get on the plane. If you're holding a bona fide boarding pass and a seat assignment and you're sitting in your seat, this goes back to the days of Ralph Nader when he got bumped in 1975 from an Allegheny plane and he sued, and that led to all the rules that are in place now called denied boarding compensation. So you're sitting in your seat, they go, we're looking for volunteers, emphasis on the word volunteer, to give up their seat in return for a cash voucher, usually a limited amount to begin with, and the promise to get you to your destination within a certain amount of hours.
Right.
Now, if nobody gets up and volunteers, the value of that voucher goes up. It's an auction.
Understandably, yeah.
Law, supply, and demand. So I was on a plane once. It went from 300 to 400 to 500. I didn't get up. Nobody got up. Went to 800, 900. Got to $1,500. I said, you know what? I got trampled because everybody got up.
Yeah.
So what you saw here in Chicago is they stopped at 850.
Yeah.
And
they were cheap, and now they're paying through the nose just because they wanted to save a few $100. That guy's going to own the that's going to own the airlines.
Well, here's what's going to look. United Airlines does not want this case to go to court.
Yeah.
They're going to write a check to settle this as fast as they possibly can.
Yeah. I love the lawyer. I don't have his name in front of me. Thomas Demetrio. I do have his name in front of me. That when they asked him if racism played a role, and he just dismissed it, and I thought, that is refreshing to me.
Yeah.
He could have used that card if he wanted to, and he said
but
no.
But you don't have to use that card in this case.
Yeah.
Because the airlines use these sophisticated algorithms to figure out who they're going to pull off if they want.
Right.
And it's really based on who paid the least amount for their ticket. Now, I'm a mega million miler. I'm the least likely guy to get pulled off, even though they tried.
Right.
But here's the deal. If you don't get up, the only way they can pull you out of that seat is if you are drunk, on drugs, offensive bodily odor. Have you been there?
Yeah, no. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
I'll be the judge of that. I'm sitting pretty close to you.
Yeah.
And if you are actually a fugitive from justice, now we've done it. Okay?
Yes.
He was none of those. And therefore, they violated everything.
I always worry, too, because so many people are medicated now in airlines that, if you just wake somebody up, they're disoriented, they act differently. That could have been a problem. I don't know, with this particular fellow.
No, that wasn't the case at all here, and you have all these eyewitnesses to see it.
Right.
However, if they hadn't shot the video, if the passengers hadn't shot that video, we would never have known that story, and he would have been in jail for violating a federal law of disobeying a flight attendant.
It's all about the cell phones.
It is.
It's not just about law enforcement. It's about now everything is captured.
Yes.
When you do your job, no matter where you are, that cell phone can change your life.
And part of job training in the service arena has to be you are being watched.
This is not my idea. Scott Adams had mentioned this, that watching the tape of the people that were outraged, they still didn't get up and off of their seat. And so they got reimbursed, or they got offered reimbursement, but a lot of people were screaming, oh my God, this is terrible, but they weren't getting up.
But you know what? Because they were asking for volunteers.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
It's not like the military where you will volunteer.
Yeah.
They're asking. And that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But remember, that $1,350 max is not the max. About an hour ago, Delta Airlines has now emphasized that they're going to allow their own employees to go up to $10,000.
Wow.
You know why? It's not how much it costs. It's how much it's worth.
I might just fly just to get bumped.
We're going to haul your you-know-what off the plane.
Exactly. I get to stay free in some hotel room, order room service, sit in my boxers, watch bad movies. All right, Peter, enough about me.